They said, "Go back. Here's what really happens when we do." Imagine someone telling you, "Go back to your country." Cute, right? But let's entertain that for a second. Let's pretend every black and brown person, African, Caribbean, South Asian, Latin American, Indigenous, Middle Eastern, all packed up and said, "Bet, we out." And we didn't argue, didn't debate, didn't march, didn't beg. We just left. Quietly, smoothly, efficient. The same way we held up entire countries. And what happens next? Well, buckle up, because I'm going to walk you through day 1 to day 30. And by the time we get to day 30, you're going to understand exactly who's been holding up the West this whole time. Day 1 hits different. Hospitals open their doors, but half the staff is missing. The nurses? Gone. The transporters? Gone. The cleaning crew that literally keeps infections down? Gone. The residents and interns keeping patients alive at 2 a.m.? Yeah, they dipped too. Buses don't run, trains lose engineers. Construction sites sit empty, like a ghost town with caution tape. Supermarkets open late. Because the night shift? All brown folks. And by 9 a.m., the country's already on life support. One morning, that's all it took. Now the headlines start to scream. Labor shortage crisis. Essential workers vanish overnight. No duh. Schools close early because half the staff didn't show up. Warehouses get backed up so badly they look like abandoned airports. Food deliveries stall, parents scramble, businesses start sweating through their button-ups. The quiet part hits the loud stage. They always said black and brown communities were unskilled. Funny how the country collapses when the unskilled leave. By the end of the week, politicians are holding emergency meetings like, "Is there anything we can, do?" No. Y'all already said what you said. Recruitment drives launch, but there aren't enough people left with the actual skills to fill the jobs. Immigration police, once big and bold, are suddenly real quiet, even polite, asking questions like, "Hey, where'd everyone go?" Meanwhile, Africa, Asia, the Caribbean, Latin America, they're welcoming back their doctors, engineers, teachers, entrepreneurs, the same people Western countries spent decades poaching. This is when the media starts getting nervous. Think pieces start dropping like, what if they never come back? Is the West losing its workforce? Is diversity actually essential? You think? The stock market dips. Inflation starts sprinting. Housing prices wobble. Investment banks get shaky knees. And the racists who once said, "Go back," now say, wait. Who's going to run our trains? Who's going to clean our hospitals? Who's going to keep the lights on? Oh, now you're curious. By the second week, the supply chain is done. Not delayed. Not behind. Done. Crops rot in the fields, because guess who harvests them? Supermarkets ration food. People start panic buying. Cities erupt in protests, because prices skyrocket and services break. The country finally realizes the people they dismissed were the ones holding the entire structure together. Now we get international. The Western economy starts buckling. Investors pull their money. Currency drops. Markets shake. Meanwhile, across the global South, something wild happens. A reverse brain drain. Doctors rebuild hospitals. Engineers rebuild infrastructure. Teachers rebuild education. Entrepreneurs build industries. Africa grows. Asia grows. The Caribbean grows. Latin America grows. You know that thing colonizers fear the most? Yeah, it's happening. The very people they exploited, now investing in their own land, not someone else's empire. This is the moment CEOs break down on live TV like, "We depended on them more than we realized." Oh, really? Politicians try to spin it. We never meant everyone to go back. We were just talking about the bad ones. We meant it metaphorically. Nah, you meant it with your chest. And the public isn't buying the PR. Confidence in the government evaporates. All those applause sessions during the pandemic? Yeah, turns out clapping doesn't replace actual respect. Airports remain half empty. Hospitals stay understaffed. Businesses shut down left, right, center. Whole industries fall because they were built on the labor of the very people they insulted. Commentators start admitting the quiet part out loud. We told them to leave, and now we're paying the price. No kidding. 30 days later, the message is undeniable. Black and brown communities were never the burden, never the problem, never the outsiders. They were the backbone, the engine, the workers, the thinkers, the dreamers, the innovators, the heartbeat of entire nations. And in 1 month, The Western world accidentally proved it. They said, go back. And the economy said, try surviving without them. But that's just the first month. If you want to know what happens in the first year, hit the comments. And if you're tired of watching passively, hit follow, because around here, we decode the myths, and we don't clap for crumbs.